You are now listening to the Full Sport Press Podcast, featuring hosts J-Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back and some of you for the first time to the Full Sport Press Podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm J.O.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What up? What's going on, y'all?
Coach Lock back in the building. Say what's up, Cam.
What's up? What up, fellas? Y'all good?
What's up, Coach?
What's happening, everybody? Episode 255 of the Full Sport Press Podcast. More importantly, our 5-year anniversary show.
Cinco.
What's up? We throwing up fives. We putting fives up on the.
One,
get,
two, three,
cameraman,
four.
get us with a five on. Get us with the five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Where my fat head at?
Really, you can put out the fat head?
I'm putting out the fat head. We gotta get team fat head.
Okay, too.
We gotta get team fat head. Come on, bang.
Everybody catch that.
Let's go.
Five.
Fever.
Five
of them things.
One.
What they look like?
So many.
Right. Hell yeah.
Hey, you know what
They
people
look
say
good.
you look like right there?
Chill. That's what we gonna chill. Yeah.
He didn't let Coach try to say it.
Cause
You already know.
Yeah, chill, bro.
What it look like?
We gonna chill. We gonna let him shine.
My what? I'm
Let
out
him
my
What? Somebody gonna say it though. What?
We'll see. Cut the ass out. January 27, 2014, the Full Sport Press Podcast debut. Me and Coach Locke.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we did the show on the kitchen table.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Come a long way.
Long way, dog. Quick timeline. Our last show on blog talk. Anybody want to give a guess on that?
Last show, huh?
Yeah.
Can you give me a date?
That's 24. That's 2015.
2015 for sure.
Right.
It was November the 2nd, 2015.
Oh, that had to be. That was some. Might have been college ball
I
breakdown.
think it was NFL or something.
Maybe something like that.
Our first YouTube show. Shout out to cameraman.
Shout out to the
Look
cameraman.
at cameraman, baby. You might want to take a stab at that year. It's only 5 years.
What year it was?
Yeah.
First YouTube show was 16.
Yeah, 2016,
Yeah.
6/13/2016, episode 122.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cameraman
Shout
been
out
for a
to
minute.
cameraman,
Cameraman.
Yep, just first show. Very controversial show.
Of course.
27, Colin Kaepernick show.
Yeah.
July 24th, 2017. Now we are every week as far as YouTube in a studio.
Yeah.
255 episodes later, y'all.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Gotta get the kids laugh on that.
55
Kids
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Fireworks.
Yeah.
Gotta get some fireworks.
Fireworks.
Gotta have those.
Fireworks,
Yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
for sure. From myself, Jeff, Weezy, cameraman, Coach Brown, Coach Locke. Hey, this is Coach. Oh, shout out to Neek too.
Neek,
Shout out to Neek too. Work very hard to do this show every week.
Cameraman too. We can get back to
Said cameraman.
Yeah.
Said cameraman. Keep the people entertained. Also want to thank personally myself. Thank every listener that listens to the podcast.
I thought these first.
Yeah,
I want to thank myself.
I knew my boy was looking at
I want to thank myself personally. Nah, I'm best.
Definitely thank you.
I mean, you've been out of character lately. You've been giving Westbrook praise lately. You know,
Sure,
I didn't know who I was talking to.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, the triple-double king. Every tweet, every IG comment, every Facebook,
Yeah, man.
like,
Shout out.
repost.
Yes, sir.
We truly appreciate it. We do it for the listeners. Continue to do it every week.
You remember
every
we
week.
used to be excited about we had 100 listeners.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
used to
no,
go crazy.
for
We had 100
I
listeners.
remember y'all wouldn't let me call in, man.
Yeah,
I just
it's
keep it on
Weezy
hold.
fault. Weezy press the button.
I just keep it on hold.
Weezy run the
I used to
ball.
call in every week.
Yeah, nah,
You
for
just
sure.
talking to the boy.
So, don't listen to me. You got some the looks they gave me. Exactly. Calling.
Don't listen.
You don't looks they gave me. I
I
promise.
just be like, man, I gotta call in. I don't know what they're doing right now, man.
Jeff, the looks we were given was because, like, you better not press the wrong button.
Hey,
we got to
good to hold that show.
We was terrible on the board. We had to take the producer title off his name. That's how terrible it was.
Oh my goodness. Keep fighting Weezy.
Weezy just Weezy.
Weezy.
How the Weezy?
How Weezy
How you
came a
stomach
long
feeling, baby?
Yeah.
It's rough. Too much
It's
hot
rough.
chicken.
Too much hot
It
chicken.
was
for
hot
sure.
chicken we hungry.
Yeah.
Too much hot chicken this week.
And not for real show.
I didn't partake.
You didn't? No.
I didn't get no hot chicken.
Nah, no hot chicken for me.
Shout out to the crispy Chick-fil-A though.
How was it, Coach?
It was good.
It was good. They overcooked your shit.
No, I think the hype kind of
Yeah, you couldn't live up to that.
Yeah.
You couldn't live up to that.
Yeah,
You can't live
because
up
every
to
time I was trying to get it, they would tell me no.
Yeah.
Like we even went in, where we at? Up, what was that? Some Lebanon,
for sure.
and still didn't.
Yeah, they gave him the step on.
They said no,
Really?
we don't do that here. I was like, man, you know what? I'm bad luck.
Yeah, for sure.
But shout out to make sure Center Rosa Parks Boulevard.
Nah,
sure.
that would be crying.
That
That was state pay. The line
Well
be out the doggone parking lot.
Yeah, now well done. Show 255.
Yeah, man.
5-year anniversary show.
Nice.
Weezy, what we got up on the show today?
Today we're going over the top 10 sports events in the past 5 years. FSP style.
Always. FSP style.
That's the only way.
Better damn know it. Better damn believe it. Let's kick it off, man. Best of the week, Weezy. What's up?
My best of the week this week was Ryan Grant. I mean, not Ryan Grant.
Start off, yeah. What you got?
What's your best of the week?
What's your best of the week?
My best of the week was a guy from Tennessee, man, scoring 43 points on Vanderbilt, man.
Grant Williams.
Grant Williams.
Yeah,
Grant
for
Williams.
sure.
It went overlooked, I think.
Yeah,
Second
you
win.
didn't hear a lot of. You didn't hear
it
a
went
lot of.
overlooked. And he scored 43 points against a conference rival.
Yeah, for
Conference
sure.
game on the road.
23 from the
20,
free
20,
throw line.
yeah,
Yeah.
20 for 20 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
It's I just think it went overlooked.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a monster, man. He's a good basketball
sure.
player.
Yeah.
He'll get SEC Player of the Year
Most
back to back.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
My best of the week, keep it kind of off what Weezy said, man. Basketball is back in prime time.
It is.
No football. I mean, it's always been through the week. But
Yeah.
it's back on the weekend
For sure.
at prime time.
Most
Get
definitely.
that football out of here.
Yeah.
Super Bowl next week.
Sure.
Got to worry about that no more.
I might go ahead and just, I'm done with football next year.
I feel you.
Join the call.
I might skip
It's a lot of wild shit going on in football.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Wow.
Might skip.
Yeah.
Might skip.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough to do.
Yeah.
You got
Got a sports show.
Yeah, I do have a sports.
You
Might
do
need to
doing
get
that.
for sure. Yeah.
Say, yeah, man, such play. They be like,
Nah.
Sound like Stephen A. still working too hard.
Working too damn
Sleep
hard.
with the microphone.
What about you, Coach? Your best of the week?
Man, being able to be back for the 5 year, man.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
I missed plenty of episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm here still in spirit.
You damn right.
I'm screaming at the radio.
Yeah. What's
What the
that?
hell you say that for?
Who you talking about when you say that, Coach?
Hey, man, we're going to keep it moving.
Oh man, my best of the week is Spike Lee receiving his first Oscar nomination as Best Director.
Yeah.
If you would think, 20 films you put out, having been nominated since 1989 for Best Director, it's something that should have happened before. For him to be so prominent in the film world, man, I'm happy for him to get his flowers while he still can, though, for sure. So shout out to Spike Lee.
Shout out to
Most
him.
definitely. What's the worst week, Week?
My worst of the week was the NFL refs, man. They threw that game for the Saints.
Yeah.
It's like NFL's too big of a league to fuck up something like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Harsh words.
Yeah, look, I mean,
Harsh words.
it's harsh words because
Go in hot.
yeah, you just don't mess up nothing like that
Yeah.
at that type of magnitude of a game. You
You're
just
right.
it's too big.
Yeah,
The
like,
game is too big.
I don't want
It
to harp
meant too
too
much.
long.
Clean that up,
I
yeah.
want to harp on it too long,
Yeah.
but as the official crew, y'all have to come together. Because everybody else had to see that and be like, nah, come here. He hit dude. That's interference. We're going to throw this flag right here.
What ref was reaching for the
And
flag?
And
Yeah.
Terrell on spoke on that.
Yeah.
But you put that damn
So
ref
put
on.
that
Yeah.
flag up.
Put that damn
Really?
flag up.
Yeah,
for sure.
and it's crazy about the rule that he spoke on,
Yeah.
saying that there's a rule that would allow them to replay the game if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Brees said he threw that over there for a reason.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, we're
He
gonna talk
would've-
about it in the first.
Threw that over there for a reason.
Jeff, what's your worst of the week, bud?
Man, worst of the week, Roy Jones Jr., man, trying to defend Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
Saying he see what AB means when he says he won the fight.
Mm.
Now, he had, here's the thing. Roy had a great point, pause. What he was saying was AB was handing the more meaningful punches. Even though he wasn't landing a lot of punches, he was landing the more meaningful punches against Pacquiao.
Okay.
My thing is, yeah, that might have been your argument for the first 4, maybe 5 rounds.
Yeah.
After that, Pacquiao was clearly in control,
Yeah.
clearly, dictating the fight.
Yeah.
And Roy just, Roy, I don't know if Roy was a little,
Inebriated.
yeah, he had a headband on. You know what I'm saying?
Gucci headband?
No, the tie-up headband.
See what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like the Jimmy
Jordan
Butler joint.
Yeah,
The Jimmy
yeah,
Butler joint, the tie-up. Yeah. He had
Roy
one
didn't
of
even got
them.
no hair though.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. Roy, it was after the fight. He was feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Roy.
Yeah. Shout out to Roy.
Yeah.
My worst of the week is Victor Oladipo, man.
Ooh.
Out for the season with a ruptured quad tendon in his right knee. Godspeed to my boy VO, man. The last 3 Pacers to be named Most Improved Player have all suffered serious leg injuries after winning the award. Danny Granger, Paul George, and now Victor Oladipo. Shout out to Sean Wash for that fine right there. We give credit on our podcast.
Yeah.
We got to give credit. But credit is due. Yeah.
They were about to make a run. They were going to get Conley.
Yeah, that was he's from Indianapolis. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just move on, man. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the Wizard album review episode. Shout out to Future.
Shout out to Future,
You
man.
gotta check it out.
Yeah. Shout out to the guys at the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast, man.
Yeah, shout out to them.
You guys like that album?
Gave it
Wizard?
2.
I haven't
Two.
listened to that.
It's 2 reels.
Yeah.
I definitely haven't listened to it.
I listen
2.5.
I listen to the Future album.
Yeah.
And I'm not a part of Future Hive. I'm not
For
a
sure.
Future fan. It
Yeah.
was 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah, it was a good album. For Future, lyrically,
I'll say 3.
I can understand him more.
Yeah.
He touched on, a lot of subjects that he normally don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta give Future a little bit more.
Yeah,
too.
I'd say 3.
You say he's going up a little bit?
He's not as high.
He's not as high. He's not as high as
That's
he
what
used
it
to be.
is.
That's what it is. It's still 20 songs of a lot of ignorance.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
talk like a preacher and stuff
For
like
sure.
that. But, that's the name of the song. But, I like some of it. The intro and the outro real good.
Most definitely. Shout out to the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast. Ladies Room Podcast, man. Check out Rizzo and Anne-Marie. Find what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. You can catch up on past episodes. And follow the Ladies Room Podcast on IG and Facebook. One time for Coach Locke.
Ladies, you look good.
You've been working on that.
Nah,
Yeah.
man.
That's natural.
That's
Right?
fine.
Competition,
That's
man.
fine.
That's how I just like to do
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like the record.
He just walk in the gym with that one. Nigga, he ready.
Fresh for Dummies now. Me and my dog Emma Brown, the Self Up Fashion Podcast, directly related to improving everyday fashion. You can catch our latest issue number 38 is up right now, directly for the culture. Follow the show IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all your social media. Wear your kicks. Cop responsible.
Hey, man, how's that mismatch pattern stuff working over there?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch. Shout out to the trends that's going up in 2019. I'm not doing mismatch patterns.
It's a lot.
Only thing I'm doing, man, is the turtleneck, man. I got the turtleneck sweater swag.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Got
You
that.
do that.
Yeah.
I ain't got no turtleneck.
Yeah, pulled it out this week, Paul.
Yeah. I can see you, Jeff.
Yeah,
with the what's the smoker's pipe with the smoker's pipe and everything. I can see you doing it, man. For sure.
I'm going to make it work for you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You can read up on your favorite FSP co-host. It's a good week. Purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on the past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, you ask, Weezy? Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. OMG!
RMG. Most definitely, man. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
I'm going to need about 30 this week.
Let's hit it.
All right, guys. It's Royal Rumble Sunday.
Oh, is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so who you got?
You know it.
Hey, you get it who you got.
Okay.
Okay, let's get it.
All right, first match. We got AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan for the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship. Who you got, Coach?
Daniel Bryan.
He's the champion. Okay.
Give me DB.
Okay, who you got?
I'm going to go AJ Styles.
All right. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we got Becky Lynch versus the champ, Asuka. Who you got, Weezy?
I'm going to go Becky Lynch.
That's a good choice, Weezy.
Yeah, I'm going to Asuka.
Okay.
I was going Asuka for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And then in probably my most anticipated match, we got the boss, Sasha Banks, versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Who you got, Jay?
I got Ronda Rousey.
Contract coming up. She might be leaving.
She might be leaving.
Sasha
Yeah.
Banks.
You got Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably should have won with Sasha.
You got
I'm
Coach.
going Sasha Banks because she contract coming, but she leaving. They
I
just
think
can't
she
keep
gone.
the belt.
Yeah.
Can't keep the belt when
Can't
you
keep
leave.
the belt.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. And one more. We got the match Coach talked about last week.
You already know who I got.
And probably ruined the ending for everybody. We got Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar. Now, it hasn't been announced he's coming out as the Demon yet, Coach, so we don't know.
Right.
But who you got?
If he comes out as the demon,
The Demon. All right.
comes out
Brock.
as young fan,
Yeah.
it'd be Brock.
All right.
I'm going Brock.
Please.
I'm going to go Brock Lesnar, man.
Okay.
Suplex Queen.
Yeah, Suplex City. All right, it is the Royal Rumble. It's going to be 2 Royal Rumble matches. The betting odds right now, 75% Charlotte Flair wins the women's Royal Rumble, and 80% Seth Rollins wins the men's Royal Rumble. So, check it out.
They got 2
There you
minutes.
go.
That's a long. That's a
It
long
It started 6 o'clock, 4 hour event, baby.
Seth
My
and Field.
goodness.
Seth and Field. Weezy.
I'm taking the field.
Give me Seth.
I'm going Seth.
I'm going Seth.
And then Field or
Charlotte Flair.
yeah,
I got the field.
Field on her too.
Charlotte Flair.
I'm going Field.
Gotta take the odds.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, man. 10 good wrestling seconds.
Definitely good record.
Yeah, sure, man. In case you missed it,
Uh-oh.
got you easy.
Oh,
5-year style.
Shout out to you,
I've
man.
been having 5 years, man. God damn. Kawhi Leonard, man, he purchased a $13 million house in L.A.
That's big for him.
13,000 square foot home in Rancho Santa Fe, California. Now, the popular opinion among league executives is between the Clippers and the Toronto Raptors. Now, for those wondering, Kawhi's girlfriend is from San Diego, where Kawhi played college ball, and Kawhi, of course, is from Southern Cal. Second, the drive from Rancho Santa Fe to play a Vista, where the Clippers practice, is clocked under 3 hours. So, does it 3-hour commute?
Nah, you're not doing that.
Nah.
You're not that doesn't mean that's where he's going.
What's the helicopter
Nah.
ride?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta say about an hour.
Yeah.
You probably get a condo something close to the facility.
Oh, for sure.
Nah, he ain't staying from girl.
Raptors, yeah, the Raptors
You
are
go
saying
down there. You can stay there.
the Raptors would have to win it all for him to stay in.
Yeah, most definitely. Which is trash, because he should probably stay in Toronto.
Yeah, no, I feel
They're
it.
not winning it all.
But not a good sign if you're buying a house. Spending $13 million on a house though in the state of California.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is like the nail in the coffin though, because
No,
that commute.
I agree.
That commute is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about the commute from there to Toronto.
That's yeah.
Same amount of time in the flight.
That's true. Then tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Tell the 5-year friend.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely, 5-year friend. It's about that Full Sport Press podcast. The revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started with the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the week?
Yes, sir. This week's yellow box is going to Saints cornerback PJ Williams.
Yeah. Is that a Florida State Seminole?
Mm-hmm.
Is PJ Williams a Florida State Seminole? You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Can we do some research on that, cameraman?
I'll
Yeah,
take that.
for sure. Well, as we say, this PJ Williams was arrested for allegedly driving while drunk early Wednesday, less than 3 days after his team suffered a controversial playoff loss. Now, Williams was pulled over going over 85 miles an hour in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. Williams, who refused a breath test, smart man, was booked for alleged DWI, speeding, improper lane usage, and failure to use a turning signal. Williams was also arrested for alleged DWI in 2015, but the prosecution was dropped because video evidence in the case went missing. Did PJ Williams go to Florida State University?
I didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I thought so, cameraman.
Oh, so is that what we doing?
No, I'm just saying.
Here's what's
No.
going on. We're going to talk about some Gators later on this show.
All I'm saying
We're going to
is,
talk about some Gators later on this show.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
All I'm
so
saying
you
is-
already knew, right?
Yeah, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I promise you I didn't know
There's
that.
no
I just
reason
remember seeing
For
PJ
you to
Williams.
pull
like-
PJ Williams out the sky.
I'm telling you.
like a Seminole right there.
I'm saying this wasn't the smartest decision.
Oh,
And,
no,
yeah,
was not.
No.
Yeah, come on,
Definitely.
man. Come on, PJ. Do better, PJ.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's 5 years, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our first year, we had bottles, we had models.
Hey, they was running back and forth.
Yeah, for
with
sure.
suicide.
They running suicide.
Suicide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, for sure.
that was you. You supposed to take care of that.
Me too happy.
Yeah. Let's get started with the first half.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Show 255. Episode 255.
Mm-hmm.
Show 5-year show.
Okay.
50-year show?
Fix it.
Show 5.
He was at 500.
I'm finna say show 5. 50-year show, for sure. But anyway, it's our anniversary, for sure. Definitely our anniversary. Most definitely. I'm J-Ho, man.
It's your boy Big Chill.
I'm Weezy was cracking.
Shit, man, Coach Locke.
Coach, where can they find you at on social media?
At lock_the_great. That's THA. All social media.
Hey, on the early clips you said it's THA. That's uppercase. I was like, what? All right. Yeah, you said that, bro. Where you at, Weezy, on social media?
FSP_Weezy on IG.
Yeah.
How Weezy on Twitter.
It took you 5 years to get that.
For
bro.
sure.
He did bad.
Yeah,
He got
yeah.
it bad.
Good 5 years.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
You be like,
I
how Weezy on Instagram would be like,
No,
you're not.
See, when I first got here, he had to use the code.
Yeah, it's for sure. Yeah.
Look, I ain't gonna put your blast for that one. Never mind. We're gonna hold that.
What about you, Jeff?
J-Easley84 across all social media platforms.
What's that? And I'm J Hove, man. 5 years in.
Uh-huh.
Instagram and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's keep the first half on, man. NFL Conference Championship recap, and we'll go through our Super Bowl predictions. The most important weekend of NFL football just passed, and it was not with any disappointment.
Okay.
Rams versus the Saints, man.
Mm-hmm.
How you guys feel about that game?
Ooh.
Yeah, we know.
We know how it ended.
Yeah, we definitely. Yeah, no, for sure. We definitely know.
That ruined a great game, too.
Yes, it
For
did.
sure.
Let's be honest. That ruined a great game. That one play ruined a great game.
Was it a PI?
Yes.
Of course.
It was everything.
PI.
Yeah.
It was more PI than helmet to helmet.
It was everything.
But was it the Saints' fault for not running the ball? Last two plays.
It's true.
That's something nobody brings up.
Yeah.
You run the ball, run the clock out.
You
You don't have to worry about that.
It's true.
No, for sure.
But you know they're gonna put the balls in that play.
True. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
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 But
Is this the last run for Drew Brees?
Not he ain't gonna go out like
they
that.
gotta give him one more receiver. He need another weapon.
He ain't
He
gonna
need
go out
another
like
weapon.
He need one more wide receiver.
Receiver.
He do. I forgot he got Mike Thomas.
Because the eyes gonna be on now.
Kamara.
Not the wide.
Oh, just
Mike
wide.
Thomas.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
eyes gonna be on him now. For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, Ted Ginn was solid. I mean, he was hurt most of the year. You brought in Dez. Saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
Tried Brandon Marshall.
I forgot they had Daisy Toy.
First practice.
Right.
First practice.
The end.
End of the first practice.
I'm telling you, tear your Achilles on the last. I'm telling you, it was the last.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
talk about it. Sure. With my Dez Bryant jersey next week. Sure. Yeah. What about Todd Gurley? Like, he has to be 100% against the Patriots. It's gonna be trouble.
Most
It's gonna be trouble.
5 carries?
Because there's the Rams wide receiver core. That's what we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
Wide receivers aren't really.
Yeah. Cooper
Cup's out.
He's
Yeah.
out. Got Robert Woods.
Yeah, Robert Woods is looking pedestrian.
And I mean, who else?
Yeah.
I don't.
They have Brandon Cooks.
They got
Brandon
Cooks,
Cooks.
yeah, but it's like, but he. I don't know if it's the play calling or what. The
Yeah.
passing game hasn't looked as unbeatable as it did in the beginning
I
of the
agree.
year.
For sure.
I don't know what's wrong with Todd Gurley, but I think they're running to the ground, though.
It could be it
I mean,
too.
you look at how many passes he catches out of the backfield and how many carries he has. He's not gonna keep that up forever.
Nah,
Yeah,
for sure.
not in this league.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Chiefs versus the Patriots. Patriots head to their third straight Super Bowl after outlasting the Chiefs 37-31 in overtime. It was a good game.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, they got started a little too slow. A little too
But
slow.
when he got rolling,
When he got
I think the NFL got to change the overtime
I
rule.
was just about
They
to
do.
say.
I never thought that was fair. I don't care if you go down and score a touchdown on the first drive. That's not fair if I don't get to touch the ball.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
You just let them play it out.
No, you ain't gotta let them play it out. Let them get a chance. If they
Yeah.
don't score, the game is over.
Game is over.
you missed a chance of seeing a great ending
Yeah.
to a game. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like anticlimactic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Or at least just change the rule for the playoffs.
For the playoff.
Like, if you want to do that regular season with first team score, all right, cool. But
Yeah.
for the playoffs, you need to give both teams a chance to score. If the
Yeah.
first team go down and score a field goal, the other team gets the ball. If they score a field goal, you do it again. If they score a touchdown, game's over. If they don't score, game's over.
I guarantee you, if it was the other way around,
Yeah.
Chiefs won that way, that would be something they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Guarantee that.
How sick is whatchamacallit for that offsides penalty?
Oh my god.
Oh,
He'll never
the
let it
D4.
down.
Yeah, that's tough.
His game was over.
The game's over.
Yeah.
It was over if you
Yeah.
don't get that call.
That's nuts. Super Bowl 53.
Yeah.
Before the season, the Rams and the Patriots were trending picks to reach Super Bowl 53 for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I think we said on the show, Weezy, did you pick the Patriots early in the season? Hell no.
Nobody
Nah,
because they was
nah.
playing bad.
Nah. Early in, as far as preseason picks.
Oh, no.
I think the only person I know that was hype on the Patriots was, I don't really know anybody. That's hype on
I
the
think we
Patriots.
all just didn't want them to get there.
That's true.
Like, we all respect. We respect what they do every year. We just don't want them there no more. It's just like, all right, we done here.
But the Rams spending so much money in the offseason,
Yeah.
getting that defense together with Ndamukong Suh, Marcus Peters, Akeem Talib, paying Aaron Donald. We knew that the Rams would be in for a good year this year. We just didn't know how good. Them losing Cooper Kupp, I thought that was a big deal.
Yeah.
But let's break down the Super Bowl, man. Who you guys got winning and why?
I got the Rams winning just on the strength for the defensive line. Aaron Donald and Sue. I think they rushed the pass up the middle and put pressure on Tom Brady's face. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I got the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots are 2.5 point favorites right now. So it's really Belichick versus McVay.
Yeah.
So you look at, I think Belichick is 66.
Yeah,
McVay's
exactly.
32.
33. Exactly half.
Okay.
Yeah. I think with the Patriots deciding, because let's be honest, these last two games they won with the run game.
Yeah,
Not
that's
with
true.
Brady. You know,
Right.
Brady's just been, living out the run game and getting the scraps. Whatever you think. So with Sonny Michel being the run like he has, and Burkett and what's the other guy, James White, it's hard to defend.
Yeah, I don't think the Patriots have faced a defensive line like Sue and Aaron Donald either, though.
It takes Sue like that. He's had a year.
But Sue, but then
Aaron
you have
Donald's
to
had
account
a
for him
year.
too, though.
Yeah.
You do have to account for Dominican Sue and also Dante Fowler's on that team too, right?
Watch him a little bit. Like his name is keeping him on that field this year.
I don't know
His
about
name
that.
is keeping him on the field.
Dominican Sue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name is
great,
his name is keeping him on the field this year. It's showing. Like, not saying he's old, he's washed, he shouldn't play anymore, but it's not that fierce that you. Like, I got to play. I got a game plan against Bill right now. Not like that.
I think the Rams will win barely because, like we just said, because they're going to get pressure up the middle, and to what Jeff was saying, they're going to be able to stop the run. I don't think they're going to be able to run up the middle with that line like that, and Brady's going to have to get out of the pocket. And when he gets out of the pocket, that's when. Yeah. So I think the Rams win in a close one.
Yeah. You got a score, coach?
I'm going to go 31-28.
Nice.
I got 31-24 Rams. I think they have the best player on the field with Aaron Donald, and that'll make sure that Tom Brady is harassed all night, and the effect of not having anybody that he can throw down the field to. Gronk, and it's going to Gronk. He came through in a big catch against the Chiefs, but I just don't think they have enough vertical game to beat the Rams. I just got the Rams winning 31-24.
I was thinking about Bill Belichick. He always take the best thing away from me. Tom Brady's already hurt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what else are you going to take away?
Yeah. True.
No, I got Patriots 24, Rams 14.
I mean, you can't bet against Tom Brady.
It's hard to do that, man.
Yeah. I learned that last week.
It's very hard to do that, dog.
Because I definitely thought the Chiefs looked unbeatable. And the offense does look unbeatable.
Yeah.
That defense just...
Oh, they should have won that game last week.
They should have won.
Josh Gordon's still there, dog. I'm hot about that, dog.
He gets a ring. He gets to play for a ring.
He gets to play for a ring. Does he still get a ring? You think he get a ring?
I think he's out the team.
You mean Kareem Hunt?
No, Josh Gordon for the
He
Patriots.
said
Oh,
if
for the
Josh
Patriots.
Gordon is still
I'm
there.
thinking,
I don't think they get a ring.
No, he's not on the team at all.
Well,
I don't know, man.
because he's right now. Is he just suspended?
No, he's from what I don't know. I don't think he's on the team.
Cameraman, look. They see him got him on the roster still.
I think they had Josh Gordon.
It's a different
Yeah,
game.
totally
Yeah,
different
if you
game.
got straight, got it, like you say, you stretch that field.
Yeah, man. Vertical game is trash. Julian Edelman, he eats, dunking and diming across the middle.
But that's really all they need.
Yeah, Jared Goff has to step up in this
Jared,
game.
that's the thing.
That's-
If Jared Goff can make it a
Man,
shootout, they got a shot.
He can't make it a shootout because he don't have anybody to throw the damn ball to but Cooks.
They've got to score points. They've got to score over 24 points.
To win.
To win.
Yeah, sure.
They've got to
Let's
score
go
24
with
points.
Yeah, he ain't on the roster at all, Cameron.
I mean, he probably don't get a ring.
Man, that's
Let's move on, but let's keep it in the NFL though, guys. So it's Royal Rumble Sunday,
okay.
and apparently Derek Carr won't smoke.
Hey.
Earlier this week, Max Kellerman from ESPN was on First Take saying it looked like Derek Carr from the Oakland Raiders didn't want it this season. Didn't want to play.
Okay.
Carr got wind of this. He took to Twitter and reached out to UFC President Dana White. Right, took it all the way there. And mentioned he wanted to fight Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman in the octagon. Who took this too far? Like,
Carr did. Come on, man. This is what they get
and he was
paid
dead
to do.
serious.
Yeah.
He was dead serious.
This is what they get paid to do. Ruffle the feathers, speak what their opinion is. And he's not the first person they've done this to. So he took it way past WWE where it's scripted. He went to straight UFC where it's going to be a brawl.
Right.
Dana White.
Called him out on Twitter
Yeah.
and kept it going.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think Derek Carr, he sees the writing on the wall. When John Gruden coaching the Senior Bowl, putting his Raider stamp on quarterbacks' heads at the game, talking about other quarterbacks in the draft. He thinks his time's over. It's like going on for him right now.
Yeah, for sure, man. He just got dealt a bad hand. I remember Derek Carr was the darling of the NFL.
Yeah.
He was finna win MVP.
He was Jared Goff.
Yeah, he was Jared Goff. He was Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
He signed a $175 million contract with a $125 million extension. Of course, Vegas got their hands on this. Stephen A. Smith is a favorite right now. So I want to get in on this.
Yeah, that's
I don't
funny.
see how.
That little the fight card they had with Stephen A. Smith, that was rough. Man.
I think that John Gruden gets rid of him, and he also would draft Kyler Murray.
Does he make it? Does he even make it to minicamp?
No.
Damn.
Yeah, 27 years old in the prime of his career. The Titans could use Derek Carr. If I were you guys, I would.
No, I'm gonna tell you, that's what he
He
needs.
should go to Jacksonville. The Titans need him though.
He's going to Jacksonville?
He's going. Yeah, go to Jacksonville. If they want to treat you like that in Oakland, go to Jacksonville.
Man.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't want to see Kyler Murray go to the Raiders.
Why not? That's your man.
That's your man. No matter where he goes, that's your man's. Nah, hell no.
I didn't say
Nah,
You didn't say
that ain't
what?
your.
That's my guy for
Oh,
sure.
okay. I'm about to say, what are we?
The Raiders got no first thing.
What?
What?
I thought you was gonna try to moonwalk out of Kyler Murray.
Nah, Kyler Murray's my guy. I want to see like Kyler Murray.
I ain't saying not. I'm just saying make sure that's still your guy.
Just keep it. Just
Yeah,
keep
keep
it.
the same energy.
Keep it.
Y'all keep that too.
I am.
I will.
I am.
You need to be playing in the outfield.
Show.
The outfield.
Center field.
Kyler Murray.
Right.
He's shortstop. He'll be fine.
He's been running out. Let's talk.
Stop.
He's shortstop.
Nah, he outfield.
Outfield, man.
You play outfield.
Shortstop.
Let's talk about listen, Russell Wilson is a shortstop, dude.
Google it.
Let's talk about NBA All-Star Weekend. Cameron, look that up. The 2019 NBA All-Star Game starters were announced on Thursday. Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, who is the leading vote getter among fans, will serve as one captain, starting his 15th All-Star Game, tying Kobe Bryant for the NBA record. Also named starters in the Western Conference: Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Paul George, who edged out Anthony Davis in a tiebreaker for the starting spot, and the 5 stars from the Eastern Conference. Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is the leading vote getter for the East, serves the other captain. Boston's Kyrie Irving, Charlotte's Kemba Walker, Toronto's Kawhi Leonard, and Philly's Joel Embiid. Walker is the only player to be making the first All-Star start in his career, and he's doing it in the hometown arena. How you guys feel about the starters? Did they miss anybody?
No.
Is that a stretch for Kim Walker for a start?
No.
No.
Hell no. Hell no. He averaged 26 and 6.
Yeah, he been cooking.
26 is a lot.
This
I'm
year,
saying if it wasn't Charlotte, would he be a starter?
this year, Kimba's been balling the last 2 years to me.
For sure.
But this year, he's definitely like on a higher level. And
Yeah.
deserves more spotlight. It's just his team just isn't.
Team,
Yeah.
He don't have any help.
Yeah.
Who else is going to get it? Malik Monk hasn't stepped up.
Yeah.
They drafted Miles
That's
Bridges.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's my guy.
Try to scratch that one off.
Give him time, man.
Yeah,
Give
give
him
him
time.
time.
It's
I
like
give
second
him
year.
time.
It's the second year, for sure. Yeah, so let's talk about snubs. I
Okay.
think Anthony Davis was snubbed. He should have been a starter. Now I see why over Paul George, because one, Anthony Davis, any random Thursday, Jeff.
Okay.
Anthony
Sit
Davis
down.
is he's
Yeah,
gonna
he
ask,
goes
listen, he's gonna be
Yeah.
in a
Pinky toe hurt.
turtleneck
Pinky toe
with
hurt.
2 chains on.
Pinky toe hurt.
But I understand why he was snubbed for Paul George. Nigga, Nikola Jokic, the reason that he's not a starter is just simply because the position isn't available. So if there's a spot, there's a center
Like
for the
a
West.
pure center.
Like if it says center,
Yeah.
Nikola
Yeah.
Jokic would start.
Yeah.
That's just that.
Should they go? I think they should go back to that.
Yeah, for sure. I think they
At least for starters.
with Joel
For starters, yes.
for a starter
You
for the
have to.
starter. Yeah,
You
you have
can't. You
to.
can't in this league. You
Why
can't.
not?
Because there's for real centers now, though, Jeff.
They're for real centers. Yeah.
Boogie.
But then look at the 4s and the 3s. They're kind of interchangeable.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
gonna-
You can keep them front court.
Yeah, it's
just
still-
have
Center.
one center.
Yeah, you have a center. You have 2 front courts.
If you
have
have,
2 back
if you
courts.
have one center, who's the starting center for the West now?
Jokic.
Jokic.
You're not starting Jokic over any of those 3 players. You got.
You know, you have
You're not
to.
starting over Kevin Durant. You're not starting over Paul George.
Bro, he has to
You're not starting over
for
over
center.
LeBron James.
For
I hear you,
position.
but now, this is what I'm saying. If you put him in there as center, you're not starting Kevin Durant. Then you're
Why
not starting
not?
Paul George as an MVP candidate.
You starting both
per
of them.
J. You're not starting LeBron James.
You got for sure.
Yeah.
You starting
Who you not
LeBron
starting?
James, and the Paul George just don't start.
Yeah, Paul George
You
don't
can't
start.
not start Paul
You
George.
have to, dude.
I'm not.
Nikola Jokic they have the best record in the West.
You know
The
what?
second best.
Let's not dwell on this too long. Blame the Golden State for this. It's their fault.
It's not that
It's
far.
not-
They got
it's
nothing to do
position.
with
It's
it.
position. Right on that. It's
It was
position.
before then.
No. They the ones who changed the game to
Bro.
this positionless basketball.
That's the NBA's fault. It needs to be a center.
Put
There's
the center
dominant
position.
centers on each conference.
Look at that.
Joel
There's only
Embiid,
one.
Jokic.
There's only one. baby.
DeMarcus
That's why you need
Cousins.
one.
DeMarcus Cousins isn't dominant this year.
You know what I'm
guys.
saying?
This year.
He's a top
This year.
5 center though.
Yeah, of course. No, of course. Once he gets back in the
Yeah,
shape
no,
and
for
healthy,
sure.
of course.
There's centers right there at
Uh-huh.
that position.
But he's
And
he's
Nikola Jokic.
playing forward too. He played forward out of his career.
Yeah.
Did he not?
Who?
DeMarcus Cousins, he played
Never.
forward.
He never
With
played
who?
the
He played
four.
forward.
With who?
He-
Where?
I will play him for. He's not.
He's never
he's
played
not-
the
he's
four.
not-
played the 4 Jim.
He
He
never
didn't.
played
No,
the
I'm
four.
gonna watch that.
Where?
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've seen him play forward before.
The
Because
only
he
time
played
he played
because
for
him and
Anthony Davis. He's a 4.
Yeah,
Anthony
that's what I'm
Davis is
saying.
more comfortable at the 4.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the reason. No, Anthony Davis is more comfortable at
Okay.
the 4. Boogie ain't never played the 4. He can't
I
play
could
the 4.
again. I could be wrong. I can play Boogie at the 4 any day.
Yeah, I mean,
The way he played when they played in the Pelicans, he's bringing the ball up the court.
that don't make him the 4.
He-
Bro. He's not 4. He can't guard no 4.
Just say he can play the 4.
He guards 4s and 5s all the
He
time in
can't
Sacramento.
guard no 4.
I've seen him guard
Can't-
and lock and put in a shell Blake Griffin. I've seen him do that.
Dude,
And Blake Griffin's y'all 4. He's one of the best 4s in the league. Yes.
That doesn't mean he's a 4 though. That doesn't mean
DeMarcus
Boogie's
not
a
is
4.
4. He's a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about the All-Star jersey. Calder and outfield. Okay, sure.
Damn, I told you I should have.
Yeah, I should have bet you.
No.
Um,
Mine.
I knew he damn.
I did too. They talked about it.
Anyway, let's talk about the All-Star jerseys. How you guys feel about those?
They just look cool.
They still dropping the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
I
all-star
like
game, man.
I
No,
like
Yeah.
they cool.
They
But
cool.
for it to be all-star, I need more.
Okay.
I need more from the jersey.
Sure.
It's like all they did was they took the same jersey from last year
Yep.
and they put the stars on the side.
And the honeycomb design for
That's
Charlotte.
That's it. I need more. It's an all-star.
It's Jordan logo on it, right?
Well, also,
Yeah, for the All-Star game. It's
How's
just
that?
very
Why?
plain. It's nothing like Nike's usual run.
Mhm.
They're over the top with the Pro Bowl jerseys.
Right.
They've had the Pro Bowl jerseys for 5 years now.
Mhm.
And you look, I need that same type of swag for the All-Star game in the NBA.
I'd be cool going back to the old all-star style jersey.
Just bring them back.
Yeah.
Give me
Richard,
that.
Bring them back.
Yeah,
Bring them
let's
back.
go.
And with some color.
They need to pay for that, coach. They need to pay for that.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
If you want to give each player their team color, but that design, do that.
Yeah.
But come on, man. It's
They
all
pay for
black.
that.
It's nah, man.
I don't like how they put Jordan logo on it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, put Jordan logos. It's in short.
Oh, that makes sense.
But they had a Jordan logo last year, didn't
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
they? It wasn't
I mean,
short.
no, I was just saying that's why they doubled up
Oh, okay.
because it's in short. For sure.
let's move back to the NFL, man. Talk about Locke and Jay's guy.
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
It's my
Great.
quarterback.
That's a great right
It's my
there.
quarterback.
The 4-time Super Bowl champion and former 49er.
That's right.
is getting into the weed game, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
It was announced this week that Montana is part of a $75 million investment group in California into a California marijuana company. Now, before anybody jumps off the bridge,
Okay.
it's legal.
It is legal.
It's legal
It
in
is
Cali.
legal. For sure.
You know, the amount that he's actually putting of his own money is unknown, but we do know this is the second time he's dumped money into the marijuana industry. Now, Montana is saying that he believes his recent investment is supporting the industry that can provide relief to people and a lot of athletes.
Oh, it's relief.
Yeah.
Oh, it's relief.
And can help with opioid abuse.
Yeah, for sure.
So, are we happy with Joe Montana when he's doing
Smart
it?
man.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But Ricky Williams makes sense. Snoop Dogg
Makes a lot of sense.
makes sense.
Have I seen Ricky Williams?
Yeah, for sure. Matt Barnes makes sense.
Great.
Whoopi Goldberg
Whoopi,
even makes a little sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But to have Joe Montana as your front man, I get it. The future's now.
Mhm.
Joe Montana's the plug. I get it. But it's just weird to see Joe endorsing
Let that
shit
sit,
like
let that
this,
sit,
right?
let that sit.
Joe Montana is the plug. I'm just used to him
But you're not
endorsing.
blaming Joe Montana.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just
Okay,
used to him
so
endorsing Skittles or
Definitely.
Wranglers
Yeah.
or Icy Hot.
Yes.
It's weird to see him endorsing weed.
Joe know where the money is.
Yeah,
for sure, and that's where the money's at.
He knows this. He's getting ahead
He
of
no
it.
fool.
So, you know.
Which
and-
my age would
and-
have taught
and-
me about it.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Joe smoked a little weed. Joe
Joe
got
smoked weed.
Joe got
In
hit a
Cali?
lot
Yeah.
at quarterback.
Hell yeah.
That's back when you could DDT the quarterback
sure.
and then you get up and the next
He
play.
said he smoked good.
He smoked good.
Yeah, you know, so Joe, you know what I'm saying? He knows it's helping him aches and
Sure.
pains.
Yeah.
So That's why you're going for it.
Know your worth, King.
Even though the NFL they banned the marijuana commercial, they somebody tried to get in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was low down for that.
That's good. Before we start with halftime, let's talk about something that's cool, man. Rashawn Gary is putting his NFL career in his own hands. After the conclusion of Michigan's regular season, the junior defensive lineman quickly turned his focus toward preparing the NFL draft. Now, for most prospects, one of the first priorities in aligning with an agency. Gary took a wildly different approach. Months away from the draft, Gary has started his own sports agency. It's called Rashawn Gary Sports. He is the CEO of the 5-person organization, which includes Gary's mother and Ian Clark, a certified agent. Montre Gregory is a defensive back out of Bowling Green who became the first prospect to sign with Rashawn Gary Sports, aside from Gary himself. Gary hopes to involve athletes from all sports. Can Rashawn Gary pull this off?
I hope he do, but let's see.
It'd be good if he did.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
Smart kid, 2-time academic, All-American, star football player. I think he'll be a top 5 pick in the draft. Number 1 recruit coming out of New Jersey in 2016. I like the approach.
Okay.
I hope he has good people around him.
That's
Anytime you see a young person with potential mentally to do something and take control of their own destiny, should be applauded. But a good thing for this young man, he has people around him that supposedly are good people. His family is good people. So I wish him nothing but the best.
That's one of those.
Go ahead.
That's just one of those things though, where he knows how good he is.
And
he knows he's gonna be picked. So let's try this.
He needs to have on speed dial right now. Rich Paul.
Just in case.
Just to go see, because he started his own sports agency.
Yeah, for sure.
Just go pick his brain, talk to him. Don't say you want to go be on his agency.
Right.
Just talk to him, have a conversation.
Yeah.
Those 4 other people, his mom, all of them, make sure they're there. Pick his brain. Tell him, ask what he did, what would he not do if he could do it again.
Right.
Just get all the ins and outs, pros and cons of what happened when he started, so he won't make those same mistakes, because he's going to be invest a lot of time in practice.
Yep.
Football, the actual game. So he needs to make sure those other 4 people can get those things and run it for him.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of black-owned sports agencies. I would tell him to definitely talk to some of them. And just finding good people to help him out, make this endeavor work. It's a lot, though, man. It's a lot to unpack, for sure.
I'm proud of the kid.
Hell yeah.
Like, I would love to have known the thought process of him sitting around saying, you know what, I'm doing this myself. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, how he got to, exactly. That's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's go.
5-year anniversary show. Let's get
Let's
it.
do it.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Jumping right into it, we're going to start talking the Super Bowl right now. I'm not going to make a pick right now. I'm just going to get on my soapbox a little bit about the New England Patriots. I hate them. And all of the fake-ass fans, I hate them. There were no New England Patriot fans before 01. It bothers my soul, man. Stop it, man. Stop being a bandwagon. Stick with whoever you were with prior to the Patriots run, which has been a hell of a run, don't get me wrong. But also they did get caught for cheating multiple times. Just going to throw that out there, okay? All right. But Super Bowl-wise, LA Rams, New England Patriots. LA Rams have a tall order ahead of them. Going to give you my picks next week, all right? Moving on, NBA basketball. Steph Curry says his team's trending in the right direction, but they're still not playing their best basketball right now. It's going to be tough to beat those guys. The floor is so spaced out and wide, you can't guard everyone. And I'll be honest, the Celtics played an excellent game last night, and it just wasn't enough. Moving on to the bum of the week. Linebacker Trevor Bates for the Detroit Lions was arrested for not paying his cab fare, and then he assaulted a police officer. Look, we all know the issues of violence in the police, and the fact that he still has the audacity to punch one. He trying to die. He trying to die. And I don't know what the league's going to do about it. They say that he punched a police officer in the eye, gave him a shiner, and the police officer had a concussion. and needed 3 stitches. So that means the police officer caught a one piece, and that head hit the concrete. It hit the concrete tough. So I don't know what's going to happen to him, but prayerfully he can get some anger management classes. All right. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown. That is Rue, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Weezy's stomach hurt. Let's start it off with Patriots fans, man. Do you guys know any for real Patriots fans prior to Tom Brady being the quarterback?
I don't know any.
I know one person. That's because they're from Boston.
Okay.
That's you know,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Other than that,
For sure. Yeah, bandwagon fans,
Yeah.
Golden State Warrior fans,
Yeah.
the exact same way.
You gotta listen. You've been there for 17 years.
That's true. That's a lifetime.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long ass time. You're right.
But
Hey, wait, it's a good damn point.
Yeah.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody from back then that was rooting for the Patriots.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not until they won. And it's like, we had it. Nah, man. Stop.
Y'all went there from Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all went suffering through
Being
Drew
winner coach.
Right.
Yeah, nah. Warriors. Will Draymond be a reserve? All-star reserve.
Yeah.
He should be.
I don't think he
think
will.
so.
I think Clay will be the only reserve.
I don't think they will.
I said Clay last week.
Nah, there's nobody laughing.
We laughed at you said Jeremy Lin.
That
That was funny. That was funny.
I've gotten hate mail about
Yeah.
it.
That's funny.
Keep your hands up, dog. And that's why people come at you.
I don't
Keep
mind.
fighting.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
here
for
for
sure.
it. I'm always just give me a little chance. Once I get to my phone to see
Right,
it, we
yeah.
can do it all day.
Yeah,
dog.
had some people say, man, what the hell was he
Yeah,
talking about Jeremy
yeah.
Lin?
But Jeremy Lin, if you really look at Jeremy Lin,
That's not true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 10 points.
No. They turned him down now. It's about the beginning of the year and his votes for the All-Star game. Jeremy Lin is top six.
But you gotta look at what his average is right before the All-Star.
I said that too. I said now it don't look as good now.
Keeping his hands.
Yeah, I always got my hands on. That left crazy. I'm telling you. That left
You ever get hate mail towards me?
Yeah.
Really?
Sixes. You sixes, dog.
Oh shit.
Nah,
You
they
say sixes. You do. I ain't lying. You said the WNBA needs to play
You did
in
tight
different
uniform.
sexist.
Whoa.
Do you want this
Let's go for
to play in
Coach
tight
Brown.
uniform?
Coach Brown.
Trevor said Trevor the deep matter of fact, he said he trying to die with the linebacker. He said he punched the coach. He punched the cop.
Yeah.
This man said, "How is that sexy?" You're right,
Give me Coach
Cameron.
Brown.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's get started with second half.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and just move on.
We gotta dress the Warriors.
We did go.
No, they can talk about Clay. What the Clay?
Warriors.
We didn't talk about they trending up and under that.
It's true.
Come
Are they
on,
trending
man.
up?
Come on, man.
Yeah, why you here? Why you here? Are they trending?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they
Yeah,
trending.
they trending.
Boogie at like 60. Boogie get the 80 is really over. They might go 16 and 0.
Not for real. It's in play. It's in play.
16 and 0 is in play.
Yeah.
It's in play.
Let's be honest.
Nah, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, 16 and 0 is in play.
So if they do that, will that make them the best team ever?
Nah,
Hey,
because I mean they having a lot. What they on 10-game winning
they're
streak?
10 right now.
It'd be the only team that do it.
And if they go 16 and 0, that might be the best team.
Because that Lakers team didn't have the greatest regular season that went.
They did.
They went 16.
Will they have the
16
same
and
team
10.
next year too?
15 1 16 1. What's that?
16-1.
Will they have the same team next year?
Nah,
Kater ain't gonna leave.
Somebody can.
he gone. I think Boogie leaving too.
Our Boogie's gone.
Yeah, Boogie's gonna get a contract.
I think
Back to original
KD
three.
leaves. He'll be
Yeah.
them 3. And they'll add in somebody like Otto Porter.
But there's no way that the Warriors can sign both of them back.
No.
No, they're not taking
Yeah.
that pay cut.
Nah.
Because Boogie's gonna get some money now.
Yeah,
Boogie's
nah.
paying for $3 million.
Yeah.
Especially he get back to cooking.
It's the resurgence.
He gonna go get the money.
Shout out to the Achilles. All right, let's get started second half for real now. What's wrong?
The second half is underway.
Second half, episode 255, the 5-year anniversary show, FSP style. Cameraman, you didn't get them fives again. We gotta get them fives one more time. Five of them things. Five. Yeah, word.
He put his 5 up.
He put his 5 up. No, you're the cameraman.
We didn't see that 5.
We didn't see that 5. They didn't see that 5. They didn't hear it. Episode 255, man. We taking a look back at the 10 sports moments of our 5 years on the air. FSP style.
Always. FSP style.
FSP style, Lord have mercy, it's FSP style.
Milk and magnesia.
Milk and magnesia.
Milk and magnesia.
Weezy Magnesia.
Weezy magnesia. I said, Weezy magnesia, baby. Yeah, hot chicken week. My bad, cameraman. Now, our list doesn't necessarily contain every great moment. Sorry, Jemele Hill. Or every champion. Apologies to the Chicago Cubs. But the moments that define the 5 years of our podcast that introduces some of the biggest moments in sports and the stars of today and tomorrow. Let's kick it off, man. Colin Kaepernick. I think this was the most important sports story of our 5 years on the air. Basically, most of the time, he wasn't even on the field throughout the room, for sure. What did he do, Jeff?
He changed the world.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Not just the city, not just the city, the whole damn world. And this was my first show on being a part of FSP. You know, I remember you and I talked about it before we joined. It was like, man, this isn't going away.
Nah, it ain't going away.
Right, you know what I mean? We talked about it that we like, this isn't going away. We thought, maybe the NFL would come to their senses, realize that this is not somebody protesting against all the armed forces. This is someone protesting against police brutality. No, NFL,
and that's the whole point.
Yeah, no one still cares about that.
That's this whole point. It's about police brutality against people of color. That's it.
No one cares that that's what he was doing this for the entire time. No one gives a damn. So it's just the fact that this is still prominent. And then just kind of piggyback off of Colin Kaepernick, we saw a lot of other athletes like the NBA participating in hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. The Heat players right before LeBron left. He played with the hoodies on for Trayvon. So we've seen sort of a resurgence.
Sure.
Athletes of the '60s taking part in activism and still speaking out for their community. So I think that's kind of dope.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I always thought, like I said, Colin Hill play again.
Yeah. He'll never play in the NFL. And this bad quarterbacks have been signed since.
Nathan Pete.
How? Twice. How? Yeah, twice. He's been blackballed, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah. At this point, let's be real. At this point, we don't want him to play again.
No,
because it's going to be 3 years away from the game.
Yeah, he look like Peter.
He look like Peter.
Do you want to see him in a different league?
No,
I don't want to see him play football.
If he's not playing in the NFL, I don't want to see him. Yeah, not for sure. If he never plays another down in the NFL, which he would never do, on that show I said he'll never play again. He'll still be written in history books about what he did for the culture and sacrificed tens of millions of dollars what he did, man. So change, I think, will eventually come, but he was the person that started.
We've been saying that since the 60s.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's still crazy.
Damn song was out in the 60s.
Right.
Yeah, you're damn right. Damn right.
Change had completely come.
Yeah, man. Nah, change. You think we'll see change in our run?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Shit, it's been somewhat since the 60s.
That's what it's going to keep being. It's somewhat.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll be here forever.
Yeah, it's a whole other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because every time we think we gain some ground, we ain't gain nothing.
We ain't gain shit. We ain't gain shit, man. Keep the hands up.
Keep the hands up.
Keep fighting, please.
Move right along, man. Patriots dynasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start off with Deflategate.
Mm-hmm.
That was the story that refused to go away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First it was the accusation, then it was the investigation, then the suspension,
then
the appeal,
and
then it didn't matter because the Patriots went ahead and
Bowl.
won the Super Bowl.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
That's what it was right there.
Yeah, that was Deflategate. Yeah. Now, granted, Coach Locke throws football, I throw football. Jeff throw football. Weezy, you throw football a little bit.
Yeah, I can.
Weezy Magnesia. It is easier to throw a football if it is deflated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because all you need is
control it.
Yeah, you just need just a little deflated where you can have a good grip on the ball. Because if it's too deflated, it won't go nowhere.
It won't go nowhere. For sure.
So you just need know where you got a good grip on the football. You can control it, throw it a lot further,
right?
Like more accurate.
Yeah.
So it's.
But like people make a big deal out of this one. I think the first time they got in trouble when Belichick was looking at
cheating.
Spygate was worse than this.
Yeah.
They were still in coach's signals.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like it was proven.
Yeah, that was worse than this.
Yeah, but see,
I think share the Colts in this game. It didn't really matter.
I think the Spygate was, in principle was worse.
Yeah.
But you see that in whatever level of football you play. Like I went to my godson's football game this year, and the opposing coach they played the next week in the championship was in the stands with his iPad recording everything from the sideline.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Recording everything the sideline was doing for their team. So it's like
you get ran out of space. Like if you're in Miami, you do that, you might die.
So as soon as somebody pointed him out, he got lost.
You got to get.
He got up out of it.
He got to get.
He got up out of it. He knew it was about to be rough for him.
That's why you see all the coaches with their little scorecard.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, man, that's crazy.
What about the Patriots giving one away in 2015?
Definitely gave one away.
They gave that away. I think that was one of the biggest, like, Super Bowl moments. You go, Scott Norwood. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry, dog. Sorry. The 1999
That wasn't
Titans.
called.
I'm just saying, I'm thinking about vital sports moments. Russell Wilson. No. Yeah. Seahawks.
I know
Seahawks giving it away. Yeah. I think Russell Wilson throwing that pick was so monumental, dog.
It was because it kept the Patriot dynasty going.
Yeah.
It changed Russell Wilson's
the
career.
trajectory of the entire Seahawks.
What's the coach's name?
It changed Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, yeah.
It changed the Legion of Boom from being a mystique of, because most defenses, they say the great defenses win one Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The Tampa Bay win, the Baltimore win, the 85 Bears, all those other great defenses at the time, they win one Super Bowl.
For sure.
But this one should have won two.
Yeah, they should.
They should have won. Like
that
Giants defense that won two when they beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
They said Russell was audible to that play.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Or what's the play called?
I don't believe it.
I don't believe that.
I think it was called. I think Pete Carroll called it. Yeah, they want Marshawn to get
And
exactly.
That's why the people like your Breezes, your Brady's, all those quarterbacks, if they coach calls their play, they go into the line and audibly to their run.
Yeah, they have the power to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what you gonna say when I audible to the run and
Mm-hmm.
Marshawn Lynch is gonna score?
I mean,
win the Super Bowl. What you gonna come out and say? I didn't call that play.
But what do we expect from Russell Wilson? Sierra runs him the same way. Future
no.
talk.
He said on that.
He said.
Yeah, for sure.
Not speaking on that.
But just picture Marshawn Lynch.
He
did say that.
He did say that.
Picture Marshawn Lynch as your NFL Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Who that press conference would have been amazing.
Would have been amazing.
He's gonna get
He's gonna do it for the time. This week for the time. For the time. For sure. And in 2016, the Patriots came back against Atlanta.
This is another more so Falcons' fault versus Patriots' fault.
Yeah, this is when Tom Brady cemented himself as the GOAT.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I still think it's more so Falcons' fault versus Patriots winning it.
I remember I was at your house, Coach, and the cameraman said, "They're not gonna come back 25 down." I said, "You don't see it."
You did say that. I remember that. You did say that. For sure. And that's crazy.
I was thinking, I know how great Tom Brady is, but I don't see it. But I also didn't think the Falcons would be dumb enough to just completely lit up off the gas and start coasting.
Yeah, they were playing not to lose.
Yeah.
And if you look at bringing the Patriots dynasty into a crescendo, 5 Super Bowl wins and 9 appearances, 4 Super Bowl MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for Tom Brady. It's something that I think this will be the end of. This is the last one. I think a couple of them retire, maybe 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But the run is something crazy, kind of similar to Buffalo's run, but it was a couple
What's going on?
Hey,
What's going on? What's that about?
And Tom Brady should retire, but he's not.
He's not.
And just think.
I think if Gronk retires, he goes.
Nah, Belichick's gone for sure.
Hell yeah,
Win or lose.
Belichick gone, Brady gone.
No, he not. No, because he bangs with Josh McDaniels.
Oh, that's true,
Yeah, that's just
That's true.
He texted me. He said, "Call him his baby."
Okay, all right. Let's move on to this. Is probably Weezy's favorite topic of the day. The Golden State Warriors versus Cleveland Cavaliers Saturday in the NBA.
Yeah,
it's layers to this one.
Oh yes, yeah.
LeBron leaves the Heat, goes back home.
Yeah.
KD leaves Westbrook and forms a super duper team.
For sure.
The Warriors won 72-10.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron comes back 3 for 3-1. Yeah. The greatest comeback ever in the NBA. Then the Warriors just dominate from then on.
Yeah. So we had a show about LeBron's return.
Right. Yeah.
I felt like with the decision in 2009, we kind of assumed that he would eventually go back. I didn't think it would be in 2014. But he did come back. We had a show about it. How you guys feel about like the reason for him to come back? You think it was a good reason for him to come back? You think he did the right thing?
I think he did the right thing based on how he did it.
Yeah.
And if everybody has watched More Than an Athlete, he spoke on that, saying that he wanted to tell and do it his way without being interrupted.
Sure.
And that's why he did it letter style, because you do letter style, nobody can stop you and bring up anything else. You just have to see what he says.
Right.
So I think he did it the right way by doing that. And the ultimate goal, he did what he said he was going to do. He brought a championship in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Which will forever solidify him.
Sure.
He can do no wrong in
right.
That's it.
Nah, for sure.
I just remember when it happened. I was in a meeting at work and everything stopped.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Everything stopped. Everything stopped. Somebody's phone went off and said, "Did you guys hear this? Like,
Yeah.
whoa. Like, whoa. All right. What's going on? And he goes
LeBron
into-
fans are different people.
They're different people.
Yeah,
They're different people. But I wanted him to go back because he knew Miami was done.
Yeah, that was done.
He knew that.
He knew D-Wade, it was over with. Bosh was Bosh.
Bosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, Bosh.
Yeah, Bosh was Bosh.
Yeah,
for
The
sure.
health issues got Bosh. Because
Yeah.
Bosh could have helped out.
For sure. And he was hooping right before he had that second blood.
Very
Yeah, for sure.
I knew once he won this championship in Cleveland the second time. Well, when he went back and won that
Right.
championship in Cleveland, that anything else he does in his career is a bonus.
It's a bonus.
Yeah.
For
It's
sure.
a bonus.
I think he'll get one in LA too.
You think so?
Yeah.
It won't be because of him. It'd be like more like that Peyton Manning winning in Denver.
No. Next year you finna put the band back together. You finna get Kyrie,
Yeah.
damn near get Kevin Love and AD. We finna get it going in LA.
All three of them?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
watch.
have mercy.
Just
It can
watch.
work. It can
Just
work.
watch. I'm telling you.
Now watch
Watch
it. Watching it unfold right now,
Watch.
it can work.
I'm telling you.
I mean, him and Kyrie already kissed and made up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he told him what he said. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kyrie. I'm kind of high to Kyrie though.
But it's stunting the growth of those players. Remember how you was talking about how the growth being stunted for the Lakers
Yeah.
with LeBron coming there?
Mhm.
The growth of those players, they look like shells of themselves. I remember we were talking about
Yeah.
Jason Tatum being this player.
Yeah.
He don't look half of that.
No.
And then when games of Kyrie not playing, they look just like that. So in turn, Kyrie is hurting the stunning the growth of that team.
Right.
And I think it's one of those things he'll lead for sure. We didn't talk about the dominance of the Golden State Warriors.
That's what we got.
Yeah, hey, listen. So if you look at that team started with Steph, Draymond, Clay. Now it's morphed into KD. It's morphed into Boogie.
Smoking to the X-Men.
Yeah, no, for sure. That dynasty is something nasty. And I think, 3 titles in 4 seasons,
Yeah.
8-1 in the finals the last 2 years.
Well,
It's another image of the same thing with the Spurs. This team was built because of injuries.
Yeah.
Just like the Spurs. There's no way you think that David Robinson and Tim Duncan wound up on the same team. Even though David Robinson was on his way out, but
it still was that. It still was the
he
Admiral.
still was
It still was
hooping,
the Admiral.
but he got hurt, and then they were able to get Tim Duncan.
The Celtics was so mad.
Yeah.
They were supposed to get Tim Duncan in here.
And this is the first time I've seen do it with like just 3 players that
They
do
draft.
one, and drafted, and they do one thing really well.
Mhm.
It's no LeBron James on that team. There's no, it wasn't the Kevin Durant where he had to go join him.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
but Steph just shoots. He's great at shooting. Like he can't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, he is really great. At
And then
shooting.
Clay shoots.
Yeah.
Draymond
He
Green
defends.
does everything.
Clay defense.
Clay defense.
Clay defends, but it ain't like it's a AD out there.
I'll say
Draymond
But no,
this.
it's not. It's
They
not.
built that team so well that they didn't need Kevin Durant.
They did.
And then you got Kevin Durant.
It's
Now
an
it's like,
additive.
Just made
when Kevin Durant is like, when Kevin Durant is the icing on the cake,
Yeah.
come on, man. What can you do with
Yeah,
that?
no, for sure.
And you
It's
got
the
Boogie Cousins that's just sprinkles and
Yeah,
stuff. Like, come
sure.
on, man.
That ain't even. That might just be. I don't even know what that is.
That's crazy.
That's like when you go to Pinkberry or one of these places and you just get extra
Oh,
time.
you know what Boogie Cousins is? You go to the vending machine, you get a bag of chips and 2
Some
bottles.
fall.
And 2 bottles.
Or you're going to get some of this change right there.
Oh, my
shit.
Wait.
Like they make people go to Golden State and play. Like who does
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, no,
I
for
mean,
sure.
it's like going to the Patriots. It's like being like having that 1 year left, not go get it in New England and be cool.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Who wants to talk about the ball fan? Who got it?
For the Ball family.
Yeah.
This is Jeff's family.
Hey,
It's just- it's
Uncle
Uncle-
LeVar.
Uncle-
Uncle LeVar. Shout out to
Yeah.
Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Uncle LeVar shook up the world.
He did. I've never seen a family dominate headlines like the balls. It was that 2017? Yeah, it was 2017.
16 going into
17.
Okay.
16, 17.
Yeah.
End of 16.
Because he was in college when he
Basketball
started.
season.
Yeah,
About to go
16.
into college.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
for sure.
It just, we got to see something that we never, like I said, never seen before. We got to
Mhm.
see somebody so outspoken,
Mm-hmm.
so against the grain,
Mm-hmm.
that when it was right, it was the best thing on TV. Now, he took it too far a few times, the same as he made about Kyrie's mom,
Yeah.
you know, and things like that.
Right.
Right? No. We're not gonna. This is not gonna take that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when he was right, he shook up the world, and it was
did.
something that was needed because he
Yeah.
broke the monotony. And
He did. That's what he did.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing a black dad
Yeah.
being just proud of his son.
Yeah.
You know, and putting his family in front of the world. And he was right on with his oldest kid.
Yeah.
And I think LaMelo will play in the NBA. I just don't think he'll be a draft pick like Jeff thinks, but he's 6'6" point guard. It's hard not to.
Hard to look the other way on 6'6" point guard.
For sure. But that whole run, it was a bunch of shit. It was just,
it was reality show on Facebook.
His son getting arrested for stealing sunglasses.
And then it's kind of like Kardashian-ish.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
how do you predict that your son gets drafted by his hometown team at number 2? Like, that's
told him it was gonna happen.
He said it was going to happen.
He's going to be elected.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Just so much had came out of that I don't think we're not understanding all of it that he did so far.
That's true.
But I think over the course of time, when he's out of the limelight a little bit more, we get a little bit of time to digest some of this.
Yeah,
we'll give him some props
because he said so much outlandish shit.
Of course,
he kind of blocked the vision to see of the good that he was doing.
For sure.
Right.
But at the same time, which is the world we live in, he said so much outlandish shit. It got it in the headlines.
Because you think about his $400 shoe. Gave way to Spencer, then when he coming out with his own shoe.
Yeah, for sure.
And pushing his own brand and doing it that way. Same
sure.
like that. His reality show laid way. The other high school kids pushing their brand on. They can have their own reality streaming show, streaming high school games online. Like, I didn't give a damn about high school basketball. You know what I mean? The G League bunch of change. Yeah. Like, he was ahead of the curve on a lot of stuff.
For sure, he's ahead of the curve.
And then what I like about him, he went on Sports Center with Stephen A. Smith and Fox Sports with Colin Cowherd. He kept that same energy.
Never backed down.
He never
no matter where he was
at, he kept that same energy. They didn't expect that.
Yeah. It was just cool seeing a dad. And you usually see dads on sports like Archie Manning. First off, it's another Manning. He's like 13.
Yes.
It's Cooper's son.
Right.
His name is Archie.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We ain't done.
On the West Coast somewhere. Don't go on the SEC.
Why he didn't play badminton?
Yeah, do something else. You're already rich. I own the team. Don't invite the team.
Yeah, do something else. Let's talk about the college football playoff start. After 15 years of the BCS series, which the Florida Gators won in 2006 and 2008. We finally had a college football playoff starting in 2014. The matchups were Alabama versus Ohio State.
You ain't gonna give us our props for winning one?
Y'all won one.
Okay.
Y'all won one.
What, 2013?
Yeah. Florida State won.
BCS. We bookended BCS.
Yeah, we ended.
I'm saying we won 2 though.
Okay. We played in 2.
Y'all, we won 2.
We
playing in 2. Hell, anyway, I ain't gonna get up in there. Y'all almost got it.
We got one. We played in 2.
Alabama versus Ohio State in 2014. Oregon versus Florida State on New Year's Day. Ohio State was the eventual winner in 2015. Alabama won in 2016. Clemson won. 2017, Alabama won. 2018, Clemson won. So, how do you guys feel about the college football playoff as we see it in 2019?
I like it.
Go ahead, Coach.
I like that they brought it to the forefront to get those extra teams, but I figured by now, and it may be about to happen, that it would have expanded past 4 teams now. Okay. Which I think it needs to be.
Yeah. 6 or 8.
6 to 8 teams.
I think it's 8. I think it should be 8.
And I think it should be required as a Power 5, you have to win your conference championship.
Sure.
I mean, I know that's bad to some ways because the year Alabama won it last year, they got beaten in championship.
They did.
And they wouldn't have been national champions. But I think if you expand it, you should have to win your conference championship game. It's hard to do, I understand, but I just think that should be a stipulation.
I think they need the best 8 teams and also finding a way to use these players and pay them to profit off their likeness. I think that's something that's very mandatory as we proceed to an 18 playoff, which would probably double the profit that they're bringing in right now, which is insane. So you have to find a way because let's just keep it a buck. The New Year's Day bowls, they're trash. Kids not playing in them to protect their draft stock. A kid tore their ACL. Bryce Love, Sign Rock Nation, he's not going to be ready for the combine. I think you're preventing that. You're going to see more and more top-level players say, you know what, nah, I ain't banging with it. I'm going to sit it out just to make sure that I will have a chance to be a first-round pick. So, with 8 teams, go ahead.
I totally disagree with everything you said.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's either, to me, just to me, you either go to NCAA style, like basketball March Madness, you take away conferences and conference championships, and you play maybe 16 to 20, was it 16 to 32 teams?
That's crazy.
I know. You take either that or you just go back to you keep the way it is. Because 8 teams, you run the chance of the games being so lopsided that it's not even worth watching.
Yeah.
There's not 8 great teams. There's no way.
I got it.
There's no way. There's not 4 great teams. There's never been 2 great games. There's not 4 great teams every time. Like we had 2 blowouts this time.
Here's my
You know what I'm saying?
I think the field should be 5 power conference champions, like Locke said.
Okay.
And the best group of 5 team, and then 2 at-large bids ranked by a committee.
So that's on the 7.
Say.
You said 5 championships and 2 at-large bids.
Yeah.
I heard you.
Group of 5 team.
Group of 5.
Oh, okay, I missed what you said.
Sure.
Yeah, and Jeff, like, true enough, all the conference games were blowout. I mean, all the New Year's their games were blowout.
No, I'm talking about since the playoffs.
You talking about college football?
Since the playoffs have started, we haven't had 2 good semifinals games yet. Because there's not 4 great teams. There's only 3 teams every year. 1 to 3 teams that can win. There's not 4 that can win the next championship. I don't care who it is. If you line them up, there's not 4 great teams every year. There's not the wealth of talent doesn't go that far. Because Clemson, Alabama, schools like that, Ohio State take so many players, they're not going everywhere. You got a kid like Kyler Murray in Oklahoma, who's his help. He can't go against Alabama like by himself.
I ain't gonna speak on that.
That means
What he do?
I mean, yeah.
What he do? When they lined up, what they do to him?
He's getting ready to go, Jeff. This is 10. He was getting ready to go.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Well, you gonna follow on this?
When they play, no, this is what I'm saying.
What was
As
that?
good as he is,
didn't they come
what they
back
do when they
though?
play?
They came back. That game wasn't a blowout.
Come on, Alabama stopped playing in the second half. They still want my double digits. Still want my double digits.
I mean, hey. So when do you guys think something will happen? A change?
2 years.
A couple years.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to domino down to Notre Dame, though. You do know this. Because if they do that, they're not in the conference.
Yep.
So if they're going to defeat it,
Well, they have to get in the conference. This is going to make
that would be
the
the vote. That would be the
They're not
vote. They
getting
were getting it too, though.
They were getting it too.
At the voting, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They're never-
At Lord.
Yeah.
Most
It was
definitely.
kind of a recruit. And what Dabo and Nick Saban do is just unmatched.
So you say what I'm saying. So there's can we ever think of a time where you really think there's 4 teams that can win the national championship? 4.
I think there were a few in them BCS years.
We talking about
I
We just didn't.
I'm just
have
talking
a playoff.
about, and since we had the playoff right now, 1 through 4, you actually thought, man, Oregon can do that, or Notre Dame could really do that.
Shit,
Or-
the year we played, we should have not gotten blown
We should
out.
have. We should have got blown out. We should have been there. Think about how many games we only won because of James.
Still,
That's what I'm saying.
But we were just making a bad game. Look at him.
Nah,
He ready to move on.
Nah, I'm just saying.
You ready to move on?
Nah.
These older boys ain't been there, so
He don't
Yeah,
know.
we been there.
He never
We've
seen
been
no
there.
spread
No, we've been there. We won 2.
we talking about
in the
college
football
football.
playoff era.
Yeah.
That's a good
If
segue.
y'all played,
We played the first
We
college
played against
football.
did y'all win? That's what I'm saying. Did y'all win?
No,
We said we ain't been there.
No, you said we ain't
Shit
been there.
don't matter if you ain't been there.
We played in the first BCS. We lost that, and we played in the last BCS.
We got 2. We got 2.
Y'all had a 2-year run. That window was crazy.
2.
And Tebow year was
3-year run.
Yeah, 3 years was crazy.
So,
They ain't been before this,
Yeah.
after this.
Speaking of, let's move right along to Chico, Aaron Hernandez.
Speaking of that 3-year run,
On
Killers
June,
on that team.
on chill. On June 26, 2013, the nation awoke to the sight of a star player on the NFL's most model franchises being escorted out of his house by police. T-shirt pulled over his head, cuffed wrist. New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez was charged later that day with the murder of Odin Lloyd, whose body had been found 6 days earlier. Since that day, before he was found dead in his prison cell, 2017, charged with 2 previous murders. Beat that case.
Yeah.
Timeline is crazy, man. A tragic story.
Yeah.
It took over the world from 2013 all the way until his untimely death in 2017. Aaron Hernandez and the Patriots are going to wear patches that has Aaron Hernandez's initials and the number 81. It's the rumor. Super Bowl this year.
Ain't no way.
It's the rumor.
No.
It's the rumor. It's the rumor.
I gotta see
You
that.
saying it's rumor?
That's a
Saying
J.O.
it's
rumor.
rumor. I'm just saying, hey, listen, Black Twitter told me that.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying,
They-
Aaron Hernandez did not play for the Patriots.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yep.
That's just a rumor. Do you believe that they're gonna do it?
They took up Aaron Hernandez's name at the University of Florida off the brick.
Exactly.
So ain't no hell damn way.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of a sudden, he in the Super
Like,
Bowl.
he did.
This is for you, Aaron Hernandez.
What's his name?
Kraft.
Bob Kraft.
Bob Kraft.
I know he's cool with Meek Mill and everything.
Nah,
You know, he's trying to
nah,
prison
he ain't that
reform.
cool, though.
What he not going to do
Not
is
with-
put
not with
Aaron
Murray.
Hernandez number back on
Yeah,
there.
all of a sudden, no, they ain't going. This is for you, Aaron Hernandez on 3. They ain't doing
If he
that.
hadn't been found guilty of murder, they might have done it.
Damn, Chico.
That's a
Chico, cold.
Chico.
Listen,
Picture.
Him and Gronk.
man,
That was the first dual tight end situation.
That was scary.
that would
was
have
nuts.
prolonged Grump's career.
Hell yeah. Aaron Hernandez was cold, y'all.
Dang, that's why he
Aaron
swept
Hernandez
everything in the rug in Florida.
Yeah, that's why exactly why they had T-Bar out there playing the Saint, breaking up.
Can you imagine him saying Percy Hall, Kilo Spice, nice games in the locker room and
Man,
everything.
every game.
You know, like, that defense is low.
Loaded. Joe Hayden, Reggie
They
Nelson,
paid a lot of people to be
Ahmad
in the
Black,
Seems like I did.
Brandon Spikes. Loaded.
That's like
But
I
we
did.
had really good players in college and the NFL. Y'all NFL players weren't that good. From that, it was just
From that all 11
yeah,
got drafted.
hell yeah, nah, y'all wasn't that good. We have like literally people still playing right now. Brandon Spikes,
We do too.
Joe Hayden, who y'all got playing?
Jalen,
No,
Joyner.
I'm talking about
Who Brandon Spice
teams.
playing that?
No, I'm saying no. Listen, that was 10 years ago.
I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
said still playing.
No, what I'm saying, they played longer than what he's talking about. That's what I'm saying. Those guys just left. Those guys just
13.
yeah.
6
We
years ago. 6 years
talking about 12 years ago. Joe Hayden's still playing. So that's what I'm saying.
He's cooked, though.
He get cooked.
Yeah, get the fuck out of
Oh,
here.
wow.
He had a good
Jesus.
year this year, dog. He had a good year last year. Fuck out of
The
here.
Lord and Savior, they kept him for 2 years.
What?
The Lord and Savior, Tebow, he was in there for a year and a half.
He should have, man, dog, he should still be playing.
Tebow should still
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Look at he just got Coach Watts right.
Fuck out of here. He better than EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel ain't
He
playing.
ain't playing.
That's
not
what I'm
saying
saying.
a
He's
lot.
better than EJ Manuel.
But he's
That's
not playing.
debatable.
That's not saying a lot.
That's debatable.
Who got Donald Sterling?
I don't want downstairs, but y'all got it.
Who got Donald Sterling?
Let's just talk about Donald Sterling, man.
Yeah.
The Clippers and battle owner. He couldn't keep his mouth closed.
Nah.
You
Yeah.
know, out here pillow talking.
Yeah.
To some light work, some young work.
Young work.
Young work.
For decades.
Work literally. Work
This shit been going on for
literally.
decades.
Work literally.
Modern day plantation owner.
Yeah.
Sexual harassment lawsuits out of the ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He would come in to the locker room and tell people looking at the basketball players like, look at my
Pride. Yeah.
beautiful black bodies that I
Yeah.
have in here. Man, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Property.
Yeah,
It's
he
property.
was different.
Yeah, he's
Property,
different.
what it was.
And
Yeah.
then he got
Property.
jammed up talking about
Talking
and
to
what
young
he
boys.
was doing, he was just mad
Yeah.
because his young girl
Yeah.
Mhm.
was talking about something that he couldn't do. Like, you know, he's an older guy now. Now, granted, Viagra has even the odds for all the older fellas.
One time for the Bluetooth.
Well, for sure. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you gotta, you up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you up. Your body's crazy though. You know what I'm saying?
Your body like,
Move.
move.
Your body
Body
can't
like,
move.
bro, what are we doing?
Man, for sure. Man, dude, you trying to kill me. For sure, man. But that last video recorded conversation got him out of the ownership
Thankfully.
game. Thankfully, sold him for $2 billion to Steve Ballmer.
Yeah.
And Shelly, his wife, was able to keep season tickets
Mhm.
the duration of her life with the Clippers. So happy that he was removed,
Mhm.
but at the same time, something should have happened 10, 15 years ago.
Of course.
Yeah. He just got way too carried away.
Yeah, he got way too comfortable.
Yeah.
He got too comfortable.
Yeah.
Technology got it.
Yeah, that's what it was, Coach.
Technology.
Technology.
Because
He caught a lot of
He's
people.
been doing the same thing, like you said, for 10 years.
Years.
With these
Yeah.
same women.
Yeah.
You know, pillow talking the same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now the capabilities allow her to actually record it when he started
Well,
doing
come
it.
around.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure. He got that calm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move right along to the FBI probe into college basketball. Story broke in 2018, dominated coverage throughout the preseason. News has shocked the world. 4 assistant basketball coaches were indicted in a fraud and corruption scheme after a lengthy investigation by the FBI. The thing that threw me off about this, FBI, there's a lot of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that they were uncovering and finding, I think that money could have been allocated towards some other shit that was going on.
Sure.
But nevertheless, Adidas and Rick Pitino caught the brunt of it. Found out Sean Miller was doing some wild stuff. Bruce Pearl, Jim Larinaga, Andy Enfield were able to keep their jobs. The only person who lost their job was Rick Pitino.
Mhm.
Is that fair for Rick Pitino?
Not really.
I think
They making somebody to somebody.
that and prior things got him
For sure.
out of there.
Mhm.
Because they tried to get him with the prostitution.
For sure.
They couldn't get him with that one.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think
Forgot about that.
it
Yeah,
was
for
like, okay, this is what's going to be the final straw to get him out of
They
there.
knew she'll lock his ass up after he got that tattoo. He got a stupid tattoo on the shoulder blade.
Yeah.
Come on,
He
man.
got a tattoo like a bad bitch. What was you doing?
What's his tattoo stuff?
Louisville when they won the championship in 2015.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah, come on, why you getting a tattoo, man?
Yeah.
Your only tattoo. Yeah, we win the championship, we get a tattoo. I wish Coach Penny would do some wild shit like that.
Yeah, thanks you could be not. Hey, but only thing about this,
Not a back, not a shoulder
Not-
blade.
Not a
Blade.
shoulder blade.
Yeah,
Not
I ain't
a
doing
shoulder
that.
blade tattoo.
only thing about this, man, they swept everything else under the rug once they got
Sure.
Patino.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
I don't like
you,
that.
you came out with this big ass email.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
know
everybody.
what that was, though, right?
What?
That's how they had cooperators.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what they do when they got cooperators.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Sean Miller probably should have got. He gave DeAndre Ayton crazy money. Yeah, no.
He did.
And that's just going to show like somebody's money is longer than somebody else's.
It's just when you
That's how it is.
talk, they brush some stuff under the rug because they show how they got out the evidence. They
Right.
can't
Because
show
they
it.
even had my boys in Vanderbilt.
Yeah. But when
We cut the check.
and this thing, when they want you, they
Good
gonna
way
get
to
you.
do it.
Yeah.
When they want you, they gonna get you. And they've been wanting Patino for a while.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I got a partner of mine in a whole different lifestyle. Was saying quote would say, "When the feds come get you, the feds come get you."
Yeah, they come.
So that's what
They
it
coming
is.
for a reason.
Yeah, they not coming to play with
Nah,
you.
hell no.
They got their case airtight. They know
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
this ain't Metro.
Time to
Not
go
gonna
home.
get you
Yeah,
done.
nah, this ain't Metro.
This ain't Metro.
Nah.
This ain't local police department. Nah.
Yeah.
Come on with me.
Come on out here. Don't make us make a scene.
Yeah, for sure. 'Cause they
Come on.
will.
Come on with me. We'll talk later. Come on with me.
Let's move on to Serena. Setting records and changing history is nothing new for tennis great Serena Williams. I think one of the best athletes of all time, top 5,
Yeah.
For sure.
regardless of gender, race,
5, no
whatever.
pun
Yeah,
intended.
yeah. I would five of them things.
Five.
Five more of them things.
I
Where you
ain't
five at? Okay.
Yeah, right.
He did John Cena five.
Yeah. With the victory in the Grand Slam event, I think it was the Australian Open.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't when she got number 23
This past year?
in 2017.
What's that? Yeah.
Yeah, 17
Yeah,
years.
sure.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was her 23rd Grand Slam victory,
Mhm.
which got her past Steffi Graf. I think
She's tied
tied
for
Yeah.
the most.
for the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
She
sure.
still got to win. But with her,
Will she
modern
get-
era, yeah.
Yeah.
She get one or two more. They're
I
gonna
don't
come
know
as
if she'll
easy.
get 2.
They're not gonna come as easy as it used to be.
Yeah.
She'll get one or two more.
I don't know if she gonna.
Because
I hope she gets
Wimbledon
one.
is her shit. Wimbledon will be the one to where if she can't get that one, it's like, oh, it's like Tiger at the Masters.
Yeah.
When Tiger couldn't get the Masters, it's like, oh, okay, he might be coming back down to earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she was close this year. She lost in the quarterfinals
Mhm.
of Australia Open.
Right.
But the new girl, what's her last name? Masaki.
Yeah.
What's her name?
From Japan.
She's looking really good right now. She done won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
This is Grand Slam, I should say.
The one thing I like about Serena is that they try so hard to take it away from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And since she was young, remember that I think they had the beads in their head and the beads fell out. And then they can't wear the beads no more.
Yeah.
Then they say she wears stuff that's too little.
Mhm.
They can't wear that. And then it just
She's had to fight more.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, for sure.
off the court.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen nobody argue with the judge as much as she has over nothing.
Over nothing. Yeah.
The one thing I wish she would have accomplished was the complete Grand Slam. She missed it when she lost that last one of the year. I forgot which one it was.
She had the Serena
She
Slam,
had-
but she.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Coach.
She
didn't get
won
all
She won
It
the
was
first
winner,
3,
yeah.
and then lost that last one.
Yeah.
in the final.
I've never watched a tennis match if it ain't Serena or Venus when they're playing. I've never watched one other than them.
Mm.
I respect that. I respect that.
I used to watch Andre Agassi.
Yeah.
I think she
I
got the
might
most
watch
out
that.
of 23, though. I think 23 is the most.
Really?
She passed Steffi Graf.
I thought she tied something.
Yeah, she passed Steffi Graf.
Mm.
We can look that up. Cameraman, look that up, big dog. You know we looking up.
No.
You watch
Jeff, you got this.
Combat sports.
Yep.
The rise of MMA stars like Conor McGregor,
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey, John Jones. We've also seen the fall of those same stars at the same time period.
Same time. Yeah.
Conor caught that L. We covered that at length this year.
For
Last year. Ronda Rousey, as quick as she skyrocketed,
Yeah.
but some of her deficiencies on defense came true, and that chin got checked.
You just being rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
In movies. Too many movies for
I'm
Ronda
telling
Rousey.
you, yeah, that's what did it. Yeah.
Then you had John Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, as talented as he is
Yeah,
in the
Mom.
octagon,
Yeah.
every time he wins one,
Yeah.
The big win.
Yeah.
Test positive or something.
Yeah.
You got to disappear for a year.
Yeah.
So, MMA is on the ropes right now. To me, UFC, I should say, is on the ropes right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of their biggest star either leaving or losing each time. Then you have boxing, Floyd versus Pacquiao.
Let's start there in 2015.
Okay.
Floyd versus Pac. Huge fight.
Yeah.
I think it was, and Jeff is the fight guy. I think it was maybe 5 years past its expiration date.
Give or take.
Yeah. We all paid crazy money to see that. $220 million to Floyd for that fight.
Floyd showed his check.
Yeah.
That's
That's
insane.
nuts, man.
Yeah.
It was less than thrilling. We can't say that.
Yeah, of course.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Floyd's not going to give you that.
Yeah.
Floyd's not going to let a fight get to like that.
Yeah.
Because he can control it. So.
Floyd took that fight serious.
Too serious.
He took that fight
That's
serious.
why I was born. He took it too serious. That's why I was born.
He
He couldn't lose that fight.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
why
Couldn't lose that
yeah.
fight.
So he wasn't gonna take no chances.
Yeah.
He's gonna be as strategic
Mm-hmm.
as he could be and fight his fight. He didn't care if he was excited or not. He was gonna make sure he won that fight.
And then in 2017, Conor versus Floyd, which is also
That's when the
sham.
circus started.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
That's
when
what
the
it was.
circus started.
Yeah.
That's when the circus started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The circus did definitely start.
Mhm.
The circus was in full swing.
yeah, for
On
sure.
that
By
fight,
then,
yeah.
both of them bringing in over $100 million.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so.
The one thing about MMA, going back to MMA, it took so long for the networks to get a hold. Like, all right, this is good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People really like this stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
like ESPN just started maybe a couple years ago,
Yeah,
where they started giving updates about MMA.
It's
That's
a
true.
lot, but it's sheer brutality. Like
it is tough to watch.
it's-
Oh, it's tough to watch,
oh
man.
God.
It's
I mean-
like a old barbaric
Yeah, for sure.
Rome fight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I let someone off of that Brock Lesnar. Like even
Yeah,
with him, like he
yeah.
came back, after dealing with diverticulitis. I know I'm saying it wrong, sorry.
Diverticulitis.
Yeah. Coming back from that, and then his first fight back, winning the World Heavyweight Championship, and then also testing positive for steroids.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like
I mean, look at Brock though. You know Brock is on steroids.
Brock on steroids.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nah.
Brock been like that
Nah.
since he might get 20 strong years.
Nah, Brock on them roads. Barry Bonds ain't, but Brock on them roads.
Barry
Bonds definitely.
Barry Bonds on them roads.
I think the person that lost the most out of all this though is Ronda Rousey. Like she was the biggest star of the sport.
Yeah.
She was keeping the sport
Yeah,
in the mainstream.
yeah.
And now with
She
her,
was undefeated.
she was undefeated.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like she was a judo. Was she a bronze medal?
Mm-hmm.
Bronze medal in judo. So she was, something. And she was also a beautiful lady. So in terms of something that somebody can follow,
Yeah.
and she go get her ass kicked twice
Mhm.
to the
That's
point,
bad.
back to back.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about huge L's.
Huge L's. Just bad.
She was like Tyson to me. Once it's like the mystique that she could
Yeah, it
lose.
was over with.
Yeah.
It was over. It's like,
It's
oh,
over.
she's
Because
beatable.
mentally she couldn't do it.
Yeah, nah, for
Yeah,
sure.
she couldn't handle losing.
Yeah.
But I remember like she came out. They said the arm thing she did was one of the best moves ever
Arm,
in
arm,
sports
arm.
history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Dude, that kick in the head. Who's that to beat her? Holly
Cyborg.
Holm.
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm beat her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Amanda Nunes
Yeah.
beat her that second time.
Yeah.
It was in 48 seconds.
Yeah.
It was over with.
Yeah.
It was like, and I knew then when she got knocked out the second time,
Yeah.
it was over with.
Yep.
She done.
Yeah.
And she's in the WWE doing her WWE thing.
Exactly.
Married. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that rumor was crazy about her leaving WWE. So I don't know
think
if she's.
Deuces. I think she wants to do a family thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't think she's leaving. I think she's gonna take time away for a contract.
I can see that.
But
But the WWE fits Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
yeah, her name's big enough still.
For sure.
Yeah.
Still to where she can say, and she still does sell tickets.
Yeah, it's a
So,
good transition.
Yeah.
Let's go into our biggest sports moment not mentioned. We can just give one. Anybody wants to go?
Yeah, I went to Chicago Cubs, man.
Cause that was a big deal.
Not winning in 100 years.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever see it again.
Somebody missing out for 100 years. Yeah. Browns running up on it, boy.
Yeah.
The Browns, oof. I don't know the Browns. I don't think the Browns, oof.
They ain't got close.
They ain't got close. They ain't played the playoffs. In the playoffs and what?
That's my guarantee for next year. They win the playoff game next year.
Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Okay. What's your biggest sports moment?
Bills made the playoffs last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost said a thug tier that.
Yeah, Thug tier.
Thug
Single.
tier. Yeah, single
Didn't
one.
That
Just
should have been
single
Yeah,
one.
25 years. Yeah.
Hey, listen to me, man.
I got you. I'm
No,
just
no,
Scott Norwood.
Hear me out. Scott Norwood,
Yeah,
and there are no flags on the field.
for sure.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
like,
Yeah.
like
for
you
sure.
see what I'm saying? I got
Yeah,
Scott Norwood,
That's
and
what
there
it
are no flags on the field.
That's what it
So
is.
we stuck in the playoffs last year. You could tell me
You-
anything.
you was right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
true.
should be.
Yeah.
Sure.
Even though a team tried to tank,
Yeah,
tried to bench our quarterback midway through
Sure.
the season for no apparent reason.
that's a fact.
Yeah. And I was happy.
Tough sled.
Biggest sports moment, I think, was LeBron winning a championship for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Because it had never been done.
Yeah.
They broke the curse.
Yeah.
In
The Cleveland sport.
Yeah. So that was a big deal. My biggest sports moment was Kobe, man, retiring. Then him receiving 2 jerseys. 8 and the 24.
Yeah, and the 24.
That's how you do it.
Okay, all right.
You know,
Get
that
2
wasn't
statues.
hell yeah, he's gonna
He's
get
not
2
getting
statues.
No, I hope you don't get
statues,
2
but-
statues.
He'll have an 8 on the front and 24 on the back.
Whatever y'all want to bet.
Like, he won't get 2
Well,
statues.
you go take a picture in front of the statue.
Yeah.
You can't give him 2 statues.
I'll bet. I'll take that bet. 2
You
statues.
get 1.
Can you pay up?
I will. I'll pay up.
Sure. My bad, cameraman. My bad. For sure. But that was my biggest sports moment. We saw his whole career, 20 years, dog. Him coming into the league, number 13 pick, 1996, and him retiring in 2016. Man, it was a huge deal for me. My guy.
Was
People
he
still
born
wearing the
from the
shoes.
real draft? When did you become
A Kobe Bryant fan, maybe 98.
Because I was going to ask if he was, did you see his career?
Hell no. I mean, I knew Kobe Bryant was going to be good, but I didn't
Not
see
like
that.
that.
Only person I followed like that was AI. I followed him from college.
From college, yeah.
I was like that
It was-
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. Following him from from high school was tough. Back then,
That's what I'm
for
saying.
sure,
He was
man.
rough.
But
yeah.
him going to the Lakers, he was cool, man. And I was like, damn, man, that kid's gonna be good. And
You was hoping so bad with the Bulls, then.
man, because he was supposed to.
He's supposed to go.
He wanted to come to Chicago.
Yeah.
So that 30 for 30 is gonna be crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. 5 years, man. A lot of sports topics. We missed out on some, but we only got a certain amount of time. We can keep you guys.
Before we go, shout out to you, UConn women Huskies.
Oh,
They're
that's-
dynasty too.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
a dynasty.
That's
Nah.
not a dynasty.
Nah,
I just want to
Now
put that
you
out
want-
there.
now you want-
I want to put that out there.
5-year anniversary, the first time ever bringing up women's basketball.
Shout out to
5
them.
years in, man.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to the UConn women Huskies. Kia Nurse,
Mm.
one of my favorite basketball players. She left last year. Got my girl Katie Lou Samuelson. She's there right now. My UConn Lady Husky. That's my basketball team, women's basketball.
Oh, okay.
Skylar
Learn something every day,
Diggins.
don't you? Learn something every day, don't you, Coach?
Skylar Diggins, though. That was,
The best damn program in history. You hear this, guys?
You remember when Skylar Diggins took over for a minute? When she
Good
first
run.
Oh, he's called niggas fan tough.
That's surprising.
Ooh.
Hey,
Skylar was Skylar.
You been talking? I post. I'm on.
When Wayne hit that, when Wayne wore that jersey, when Wayne wore that
It was
jersey.
on before that. You feel me? We had a little something.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
I remember you
saying.
told me. You said that.
Chill.
Okay.
Hey, police, man.
I
I
like
was
that,
saying,
man.
5 of them things. 5 of them things.
Get out of here. Definitely get out of here today.
Yeah, for sure. Again, we appreciate everybody listening to the show, man. People that we listen to the show that have become friends of ours.
Yeah,
People that actually come up to us and say, hey, we listen to the show, love the show. People that wear wristbands. People that wear T-shirts.
Sure.
We got new everything coming soon. Cameraman, we got it going on. Hell yeah, you trying to rush me, get me out of here. It ain't happening. It's 5 years and
We
it's
gotta
like
let
2
the
people alive.
listeners know.
You know
We
what I'm saying?
appreciate it.
Let us
Hell
rock,
yeah.
man.
You know
5
what I'm saying?
years.
Yeah, some of
I've been
everybody.
yelled at a lot on this show, man. Let me rock, man. For 5 years. I got a lot of phone calls on Monday morning and say, what the fuck am I doing? Let me rock, man. Woo!
You're damn right.
Three of them bombs today.
Weezy Magnesia. Your stomach feeling better? A little bit better? It's rough right now. It's rough right now. It's rough.
You came away.
The pain is in your eyes. It's rough, but pain is in your eyes. John Deere. Take that John Deere off.
Yeah, Chico.
They never lie. They never lie, Chico. They never lie, man. Shout out to Chico, man. Rest in peace, Chico.
Wow, my
I'm
God.
just saying. Chico, rest in peace. Nah, for sure. 5 years, coach.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
5 more.
yeah.
5 more.
5 more.
Five more.
Yeah, plus 5.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're gonna bring a TV screen here pretty soon.
Yeah, we already on the TV screen. They got YouTube.
That's me.
You want us on Channel 4.
You want
You want us on
big time.
ESPN. You want us on Revolt.
You
Yeah.
don't see what I see,
You
man.
don't
That's
see
okay.
You don't see
Yeah,
the
we
vision.
don't
You don't see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vision. You don't see the vision. You don't see the
Yeah, right here. Vision,
You
baby.
don't see what I see. There's TV all around this motherfucker, man.
That's forehead bomb.
Yeah, you don't see what I see, dude.
Yeah,
Everything paid for, man. All this
Oh.
shit paid for. 5 years,
I need to
man.
go. All right.
Let's roll, man.
All right,
Before I
man.
get started.
Again, we appreciate it. 5
5
years, episode 255. We thank you. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press.
Keep
Now,
retweeting.
Keep you damn right.
Yeah, man.
Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. Coach, go keep going. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
About that Full Sport Press Podcast. Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, bro.
Coach.
Get the drummer song.
The revolution will be positive. The revolution will be podcast.
It will.
Cameraman, we out. 5 of them things.
5.
5.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press Podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.